produce soil and rocks: geological and biological. The geological processes that produce soil and rocks is called weathering. Weathering is the chemical and physical disintegration, decomposition, and dissolution of rocks at or near the Earth's surface. There are two types of weathering: chemical and mechanical. Chemical weathering is the decomposition of a rock by chemical agents. These chemical agents are often water or precipitation. Mechanical weathering is the physical deconstruction or breaking of rocks into smaller pieces. The end result of weathering is many small pieces from a single large piece. The biological processes that produce soil and rocks are caused by the activity of plants or animals that physically break up rocks. This could be caused by burrowing animals or by plants growing through soil and rock. Here, we see a plant with roots growing just beneath the surface. As the plant grows larger, so do the roots. As the roots expand, they push through the rock, breaking it into pieces. There are also chemical and physical conditions that form minerals. The building blocks of minerals are elements, which can be found on a periodic table. The types of bonds between elements and the geometry of these bonds dictate the physical properties of each mineral. There are three types of chemical bonds that bond together to form minerals. Ionic bonds happen when one or more valence electrons are transferred, producing a weak bond. An example of a mineral formed by ionic bonds is salt. Covalent bonds are strong bonds that are produced when two atoms share valence electrons. An example of a mineral formed by covalent bonds is a diamond. Metallic bonds are produced when electrons are free to migrate from one ion to another. Examples of minerals formed from metallic bonds are gold, copper, and silver. The physical conditions of mineral formation are different from rocks. Minerals are inorganic solids. They do not contain compounds within their structure, and they are created by biological processes. They are only found in a solid state, not liquid or gaseous. Minerals must have a well-defined chemical composition. To be considered a mineral, it must have a well-organized chemical structure. The structure is controlled by the chemistry and the type of chemical bonds that hold the elements together. And lastly, to be considered a mineral, it must be formed naturally. They must be formed in nature by natural processes and not created by man. Geologists use the physical properties of minerals to help identify them. There are 7 primary physical properties of minerals. Color. Minerals come in a range of colors. The chemical composition and chemical structure help determine the color of minerals. Luster. Luster is the quality of light that is reflected from the surface of a mineral. It is how the mineral looks. Streak. The streak is the color of the mineral in its powdered form. Habit. The mineral's habit is its crystal form. This is the shape or form the crystal takes as it forms: prismatic, cubic, or platy. Hardness. This is the measure of a mineral's resistance to abrasion or scratching. It is related to the mineral's chemistry and crystalline structure. Cleavage. This is the tendency of a mineral to break along the planes of weak bonding. It is caused by the types of bonds and the organization of those bonds. Specific gravity. The specific gravity is also the density of a mineral. It compares the weight of an object to the weight of an equal volume of water. Rocks are made of minerals and are formed by heat or pressure. Only about 8 elements make up the bulk of rock-forming minerals, and the 2 most common elements in rock-forming minerals are oxygen and silica. The rocks that are formed from minerals are eventually broken down by chemical and physical processes to form sediment. Sediment is then affected by heat or pressure to form new rocks. Misconceptions. Minerals are the same as rocks. Actually, a rock is made from minerals. It is an aggregate of one or more minerals. Rocks can only change to one type of rock. Because of the rock cycle, rocks are broken down. Heat and/or pressure determine what types of rocks the sediment or magma will form into. And rocks are changed into different rocks. Again, because of the rock cycle, rocks are always being broken down. Those pieces are then recycled to form new rocks.